Well, it's officially February, which means it's time to look forward to all the cruise ship restarts that are going to go down in the coming month. And it's going to be a big month because there's 230 ships that should be sailing around the world by the end of this month. Carnival Cruise Line is making news today as they set to open cruises back up again in Mobile, Alabama. And that's not the only good news coming from Carnival, because a ship from Australia, one that you've probably never sailed on, well, she's coming to Florida. We'll tell you more what's going on with the Carnival Spirit. And the largest cruise ship ever built, Wonder of the Seas. We're only about a month away from her inaugural cruise out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. Well, I'm in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. You honestly couldn't have asked for a better weather day today. It was like 76 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. There were 4 ships in port today. There were 2 from Carnival. We had the Legend. Obviously, I'm on the Liberty right now. Also, MSC Meraviglia showed up. And right now, beside me, the Enchantment of the Seas from Royal Caribbean is still in port. So it's a wonderful day, all in all. If you want to see what went on here today in Nassau, Bahamas, I encourage you to go ahead and follow my page on Instagram. You can search for me. It's just Midships Cruise. I'll also pin it up here in the upper right-hand corner. Now, there's tons of cruise news to get into today, and why don't we start with the largest cruise ship ever built? From TravelAwaits.com by Amy Sward. The world's largest cruise ship is set to sail from Fort Lauderdale next month. It took 3 years to build, but now the world's largest cruise ship is set to take its maiden voyage next month. The Wonder of the Seas by Royal Caribbean integrates classic offerings with new and upgraded experiences and spaces on board. The cruise ship has nearly 3,000 staterooms to carry roughly 5,700 guests. It's 210 feet wide with 18 decks and 24 elevators on board. Among the new offerings is a large family suite, which can hold up to 10 guests at a time. The Ultimate Family Suite is part of the ship's neighborhood, an area for suite guests only that includes a plunge pool, bar, private sun deck, and their own private restaurant. There's also a brand new restaurant and bar on board the ship, not on any other royal ships. The Mason Jar Southern Restaurant and Bar will serve up Southern staples like fried chicken, crab beignets, and shrimp and grits in a farmhouse-style atmosphere. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, you already kind of got a look at the menu here for this new Mason Jar restaurant. For the kids on board Wonder of the Seas, there's a new Wonder Playscape, an interactive play area complete with slides, climbing walls, and games. This is in addition to the 3 water slides and a second kids aqua park near the main pool deck. Mixed with the new, our beloved Royal Caribbean offerings like Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, teen areas, surf simulator, and Wonder of the Seas is Royal Caribbean's 5th ship in their Oasis class. So Wonder of the Seas, it's going to be an amazing cruise ship, and I can't wait to take you all with me on board. But don't forget, we still have a few more cruises between now and then, all of them with Carnival. I want to remind you that on this Sunday, I'll be cruising again on board the Carnival Magic. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you want to see a little bit of behind the scenes peek at what goes down aboard another Carnival ship. And speaking of other Carnival ships, well, they're in the news today. One from Australia and one from Mobile, Alabama. Why don't we start with Australia from CruiseCritic.com by Adam Coulter. Carnival Cruise Line brings the Carnival Spirit back to the US while delaying the return of the sensation. Carnival Cruise Line has withdrawn one of its most popular ships from Australia, the Carnival Spirit, and will now redeploy it in Jacksonville, Florida, starting in March. The line said that the continued uncertainty of when cruising will resume over in Australia was the deciding factor for pulling the Spirit out of service there, where it's been based for nearly 10 years now. The nearly 2,200 passenger ship will operate 4- and 5-night cruises to the Bahamas, including Nassau, Bimini, and Princess Cay. In addition, Carnival's delayed the restart of their Sensation and has redeployed the Carnival Ecstasy from Jacksonville to Mobile, Alabama. Put a pin in that. We're about to talk about that a little bit more to take up all the planned itineraries for the Carnival Sensation. Carnival Spirit's news was shared by the senior cruise director, John Heald, on his popular Facebook page, and comes just a week after the line was forced to further delay their planned restart in Australia, now through May. And before we move on to our next story, I want to remind you all the articles referenced in today's episode can be found linked in the description below this video. At the very top, there's a link to the Midships Instagram page. Like I said, it's a great place to find some behind the scenes content that I don't post on my main channel here on YouTube. Now, today's story on Instagram, it's pretty fire, so I encourage you to check it out. Give us a follow. It's just Midships Cruise. Also down there in my description box, last but not least, there's a link to my Amazon influencer store. It's towards the top. I'd encourage you to click on the link. There you can find all of the cruise swag that I take with me on every single cruise. Things like fancy cameras, t-shirts like this My Retirement Plan shirt, all kinds of things. Most of it costs 10 to 20 bucks. And just clicking on the links does help support my work and give to this channel just a little bit. Thank you so much. Now let's get back into the cruise news. And once again, we're talking about Carnival. They are just heavy in the news today. So let's learn about Carnival's plans in Mobile, Alabama. From Alabama Public Radio by Guy Busby, Mobile looks forward to resuming cruises in March. After a 2-year wait, cruises are set to sail again from Mobile, Alabama this March. A Carnival cruise ship made a short visit to Mobile last year, but since then, the docks at Mobile Cruise Terminal have been completely empty due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But now Carnival Cruise Line plans to start sailing again out of the Alabama's port city. Visit Mobile Director David Clark said the city's ready to welcome the return of the cruise ship and her passengers. And in a quote from Clark, he says, "Our cruise ship is coming back March the 5th. That'll bring another 35,000 hotel rooms here to the marketplace that we've been missing the last year and a half. We're so grateful for Carnival's partnership in the area." Clark said it's more than just the tourist industry along the Gulf Coast that's waiting for Carnival to resume cruising from Mobile Bay. The whole state benefits from the business that the ships bring to Alabama, because a lot of these cruisers, they come from Atlanta, from Nashville, Kentucky, down I-65 through other cities of the state. So the whole state benefits from cruises out of Mobile, Alabama. And it's reported that prior to the pandemic, cruise passengers rented about 35,000 area hotel rooms in Mobile. The Carnival cruise ship Sensation docked in Mobile for a day last May to allow crew members to be vaccinated. New COVID outbreaks, though, have postponed plans to resume regular sailings since then. And my, oh my, it's such good news to hear from these little port towns that don't see the high traffic that the big ones do down in Miami or the Port Canaverals. They are so excited to get Carnival cruising once again out of their terminal. And to be honest, I'm highly considering cruising from Mobile just to get a little slice of that down-home feeling. So it's officially a brand new month. Happy February. I think I neglected to tell you that in yesterday's episode. But you all know at the start of every month, I like to bring you the Restart Cruise News, and February is going to be bigger than ever with 230 cruise ships set to restart operations. Let's learn more about who the industry leader is going to be from cruiseindustrynews.com. So with 64 brands set to operate their cruise vessels this month, the cruise industry is on track towards a full resumption of operations. This is according to the February edition of the Cruise Ships and Service Report put out by Cruise Industry News, detailing each ship sailing this month. The 5 biggest players this month are Royal Caribbean and Carnival, tied with 19 ships each, MSC Cruises with 13 vessels cruising worldwide, Norwegian Cruise Line will have 10 ships operating, and AIDA Cruises will be operating 10 ships as well over in Europe. Together, the 5 cruise lines account for almost half the total number of ships in service this February, totaling 105 out of the 230 ships cruising this month. These 5 brands are followed by Princess, Celebrity, Costa, P&O, and Holland America Cruises. They will each be operating between 4 and 11 ships themselves. The average capacity per ship has grown from 1,793 all the way up to 1,829 in January. Well, it's quite honestly so exciting to see so many ships back in operation around the world globally. It's so important to get these ships cruising again, not only for the crew on board the ships, but for all the areas and the port towns that they visit. The cruise liners bring such an economic activity and opportunity to everybody involved. So I encourage you, if you've not booked a cruise recently, go ahead and get on board. These ships are fantastic. The crew is absolutely amazing. I'm having one of the best cruises I've ever had here on the Carnival Liberty. The food has been top-notch. The service is top-notch. My cabin steward, Dennis, he's one of the best I've ever had. So if you've been hesitant about cruising, I encourage you, get out there, give it a try. If you made it this far into today's episode, why haven't you subscribed to the channel yet? We have a goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers about a month and a half from now. We're kind of slipping a little bit behind in the subscriber count, so do me a favor, give me a little early birthday present, push that subscribe button, and if you do me the ultimate YouTube favor, slam that thumbs up button for me to tell YouTube to push this video out to other cruisers like yourself. Thanks for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see you on the Midships.
La 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 la.